You're listening to Standing in the Gaps highlights. Unpacking the gold standard, insights from Standing in the Gaps. In the latest riveting episode of Standing in the Gaps, host Richie Errico and Aaron the Mann plunged into a deep, multifaceted discussion on the complexities surrounding the gold standard, its impact on global economics, and the potential for a financial system rooted in biblical values. The dialogue, ranging from passionate rants against the decaying moral fabric of society to technical economic theories, provides a rich tapestry of viewpoints that challenges the listener to think critically about the world's financial future. The essence of the gold standard. The gold standard, a monetary system where a country's currency directly links to gold, has been a topic of debate among economists, policymakers, and financial enthusiasts for centuries. Richie and Aaron the Mann explored its historical significance, unraveling the system's influence on global trade, inflation control, and economic stability. The discussion opened up with a critical overview of how the gold standard operated and its eventual abandonment for a fiat currency system. Economic insights and historical perspectives. Richie delved into a detailed account of the gold standard's inception, effectiveness, and the circumstances leading to its disuse, interweaving his narrative with socio-political commentary and personal convictions. The narrative took listeners through significant historical milestones, including the Bretton Woods Agreement and Nixon's pivotal decision in 1971, which marked the end of the gold standard era. A dive into current financial systems. Transitioning from the past to the present, Aaron the Mann brought to light the flaws and strengths of contemporary economic systems, emphasizing the potential risks of fiat money and the looming specter of inflation that haunts global economies. The duo critically analyzed the reliance on digital and cryptocurrency in modern finance, questioning the sustainability and ethical implications of decentralized and centralized currencies alike. Spiritual and moral reflections. At the heart of Standing in the Gaps is a vibrant discussion on the moral and spiritual implications of economic decisions and systems. Richie and Aaron the Mann challenged their listeners to consider how their financial actions align with their spiritual values, advocating for a return to what they term a God standard, an economic perspective rooted in faith, integrity, and the inherent value of every individual. Vision for the future. In their characteristic forward-looking approach, Richie and Aaron the Mann articulated a vision for a financial system that balances economic stability with moral and ethical convictions. They called for a revival of interest in the gold standard not as an end in itself, but as part of a broader, spiritually informed economic strategy that honors God and uplifts humanity. Engaging with the community. Standing in the Gaps is more than a podcast. It's a movement inviting listeners to reflect, engage, and act. The episode concluded with an invitation to the audience to support their mission through donations, merchandise purchases, and by spreading the word about the impactful discussions happening on their platform. The takeaway. This episode of Standing in the Gaps offers a compelling mixture of economic theory, spiritual wisdom, and calls to action that encourages listeners to critically assess their financial beliefs and practices. By weaving together the threads of the gold standard's history, current economic debates, and a vision for a faith-based approach to finance, Richie Errico and Aaron the Mann present a unique perspective on the intersection of finance, faith, and future possibilities. Their message is clear. In a world of uncertainty and shifting values, perhaps it's time to revisit ancient standards, not just of gold, but of moral and spiritual integrity. Thank you for joining us on Standing in the Gaps highlights. Have an amazing week, and remember this: the best with a capital B is yet to come.